This is John with a quick preview of what impacts the Thursday night football game between the Jets and Browns will have on the AFC playoff race. And it is both interesting and not interesting at the same time. First, the Cleveland Browns. Yes, I said the Cleveland Browns will clinch a playoff spot with a win. Side note, my calculations, at least until the last week, generally will not include the possibility of tie games, as I find they really can muck up the discussion into incomprehensible levels for something that is fairly unlikely to happen. The Baltimore Ravens are interested observers. They will clinch the AFC North Division with a Browns loss. What is interesting, particularly for Week 17, when one team has a chance to snatch one of the playoff spots, the outcome of this game does not factor into anyone else's clinching or eliminating scenarios. Here's each team's odds going into the Thursday game and then with a Cleveland win. The Browns would really have to have things go so spectacularly bad to avoid the playoffs. Fortunately, Cleveland has absolutely no history of things going spectacularly bad for its sports teams, right? Anyway, if the Browns win, it does not move the needle for anyone else's chances. The Browns going to the playoffs is pretty much baked into each team's odds. Even if the Jets win, no one else's odds are moved much. Now, just for grins, let us look at the beginning of a nightmare scenario for Cleveland. That would be wins by the Bills, Jaguars, Steelers, Texans, and Colts, besides them losing to the Jets. Now, they'd still be in good shape, 93% chance to make it, but that is enough of a drop to make it not quite the sure thing. And what would be a Browns nightmare would be about the best thing ever for the Bills and even for the Texans. But what's funny is the worst possible outcomes for Cleveland are also the worst possible outcomes for their in-state rival, the Bengals. Well, that's it for now. I'll try to keep abreast of things throughout the weekend. Looks like the Saturday game between the Lions and the Cowboys doesn't really affect anyone's playoff chances, as both those teams are already in it. If I'm fast enough to do something after the early Sunday games that is relevant, I'll do that. Comments, questions, suggestions, pizza, leftover cookies, likes, subscribes, I'll welcome. Enjoy your day. Enjoy your holidays.